Hello and welcome to this video. This is crucial stick drift recalibration knowledge with outer response curve circularity thrown in. This is the current pad I'm working on. I just purchased from eBay, and this was the test results on it before I've opened it. I'm guessing it's a version 1 Gen 1, but I just wanted to log all of the information. Average error 10.2, so that's the overshoot of the circularity on this stick, left stick. It looks like it needs to be moved to the left for its dead spot position and down on axis 1. So axis O left, axis 1 down, and axis 3 down, with an average error of 9.8% on the right stick. It's got a slight ballooning on the rubber on the analog stick on the left side, and it's showing wear of the actual pattern on the right, which is why I think it was a Gen 1. Long lost its sticker, and it's got case flattening at the screw points, and when I turn it on there's no light through the front, so it's obviously a Gen 1. Obviously a Gen 1, but it's all a guess at the minute. So the next video you will see will probably be this, the results of this fully tested and working, with possibly I think I'm going to probably end up with 1 million ohms resistance trim pots in there, 3x3 screwdriver actuated ones. There's your little screwdriver. There's some 500Ks. Maximum I've ever used on a factory potentiometer, factory fitted Sony DualShock 4, is 100 ohms resistance. So 100, 200. No, that's wrong. So it'll be a maximum I've ever used to draw in the circularity. It'd be a 200K, then a 500, then a 1 million. It's only when I have replaced the pot sides with these 10Ks, which are sold as 10.24K resistance, then, only then, I ever used 50K, 100s or 200 ohms resistance trimmers to pull in the circularity. I've just retested my Darth Vader pad with 9.6mm bearings wrapped with sellotape. I wrapped 9mm bearings, which are what that is right there, with sellotape to equal the stock shaft width of a DualShock 4, which is 9.6mm, to just verify all of my test results, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's pucker. I turned on RecFest to do a full calibration assessment, but I've discovered that RecFest doesn't report the steering maximum percentage ratio quite right. It goes up to like 98% each side, and it throws it over to minus 102 on the left side. It's bloody weird. So I set the steering dead zone to 0, steering saturation. Right, what is it currently resting on? It's on. Anyway, RecFest is not great to test the maximum boundaries and in-game actual calibrations of said analog sticks. You're better off just sticking to gamepad-tester.com. Everything's fallen off. Right, okay, so this was going to be a mass expose on everything I've done. Right, that is the pad that I fully repaired with my stick infills, because the rubber had perished already. So that, as you can see, that is a version 1 Gen 1 JDM-001, and that was my fix. And there's the two others, so you can have two of the same profile if you want, left and or right, with domed or concave stick feels, which is what all this is in the middle here. Try and zoom back. They are all the different colour combinations that you can have of the rubber caps that you can purchase. There's your infills, one turned upside down, one the right way up. 1.2mm drill bit to guarantee correct fit through hole clearances. And there's the other side of all the different colour combinations. And there's the mould used for the infill. And there's the stack for my custom solid T-nut sticks that are in this work of art. And the other thing to expose on my channel was the Xbox One Elite Series 2 stick tensionable sticks that were fitted in this DualShock 4, and it's fully working. Fully tested on 9.6mm wrapped bearings, fully documented. The only thing that I could say about that one was the mechanical pot itself was quite open on its sprung tension position, so it's a mechanical issue, not anything I've done. That was using 10.24K pot sides, these greys, and then I trimmed them up, as you can see, with 100K on the axis 2 and 50K on axis 3 to draw them into their maximum. We're trying to keep that under sorry, .09020 is the maximum I will tolerate on a DualShock 4's stick maximum dead spot position. As you can see, 09804 is a fail if I used 100Ks on there. The circularity was extremely tight on the test, so there's lots of knowledge and experience gone into this. So that is most lax, and that is tighten it up, spring tension, maximum tension. And that does actually affect your dead spot resting position somewhat, but it's not a be all and end all fix for return to center. Right, little grub screw in there, look. My solution to attaining the same technology that the Xbox has with my own custom made sticks. What else is there? Well, there's a sick one at the back. That is the counterpart to this with my full concept in it, and that is needing work on it again. On the left stick it is reading some really open dead spots now, maximum values. I never actually replaced the core pot sides, so that is probably what I've got to do now. I've got to get some of these greys in there. I'll just do all 4 of them and then re-true the pots with probably the more aggressive of the trim pots, so it'd be 50Ks max, 100s or 200s, to get those circularities to about a 10% average error, which seems to give you the overhead tolerance for reaching 100% outer response curve speeds. And as you can see, we'll just go back to this. I retested this with 9.6mm wraps and it's coming out 7.5% average error and 7% on the right, and the old reported average error when I was on 9mm bearings was 11.9 left and 11.1 right. Any questions? I have some knowledge that you will probably need for correcting stick drift. Please don't hesitate to ask. Otherwise, see Marius Heier. I will put a link up. He has got all of the Hall effect solutions you will ever need. He's doing some epic work over on his channel. Thank you for viewing my information.